Have you seen yourself in the mirror? Did you know that you are the flower of life? And not only the flower of life, but you are a king and you are a queen. Or did you forget it? Here I am, just reminding you that you are a child of a father that loves you so much, that's given you the choice to be your own slave, creating your own life. And I'm going to begin by reading some of his words. In this particular verse, it says, "Command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." That is said in Psalms 91, verse 11. Can you imagine? Your Father loves you so much that He has commanded His angels to watch you, to protect you in all your ways. But I think you and I know what ways you have chosen up until now. If you are perfectly happy, if you have everything that makes you happy, and all those people around you are happy, then that means you are in the right path, that your ways are God's ways, and that you are faithful to His word, and you are holding Lady Wisdom by the hand, and that you have made the choice to be and accept being God's child, practicing God's ways. And in Psalms it states that those that are faithful keeping them safe in their daily lives, that they trust in God and they take refuge in that source of safety even amidst the danger. Even when you may feel that something is not quite safe for you, you trust that you will be protected, that you will be guided to safety. Do you realize how amazing that is? At the end of this video, we might encounter a couple beautiful surprises. If you just came to this video, you may not know yet that there is a beautiful gift waiting for you. And I will remind you where to go get it, okay? It also states in Proverbs 11:91 that the one who has understanding holds his tongue. In Proverbs 11:13 it says that a gossip that goes around, someone that allows the secrets to go around as gossip, but that those who are trustworthy can keep confidence. What do you think? What do you feel? In Proverbs 11:12, it states, that wisdom voids despiseth his, but a man that understands holdeth his peace. What could that possibly mean? That someone that does not like his neighbor, that avoids, that wants to cancel out, that hurts the neighbor, is the contrary of that one that holdeth his peace. It's contrary to that one that holds his tongue and stops himself from causing any kind of harm to his neighbor. Proverbs 11:13. The talebearer reveals the secret, but he that is of faithful spirit concealeth the matter. But what despiseth, revealeth, talebearer. Who does that? Only you may know. I am here just reminding myself and reminding all these beautiful people in the world that if you choose to be faithful and have that faithful spirit, you will conceal, you will hold anything and everything that matters. That it is good for the gain to do good and not allow it to do harm to somebody, and not allow and turn your home, your temple, your body, your mind, and allow it to be a busybody. That's the word that I'm more familiar with. This is the first time I hear this word, talebearer. Whoosh. Proverbs 11:14. When a nation falls, there is no guidance. So as a fair woman, which is without discretion. Wow. That you can be so beautiful, man or woman, that you can be compared to a nation that falls with no guidance. No matter how beautiful you think you are on the outside, the nation, no matter how rich this one can be, without the right guidance, it will fall. And everything's falling now. Is that what that means? In Proverbs 11:22, it says, As a jewel of gold is in a swine's snot, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. I always thought that a swine, that beautiful swine, but that swine with a jewel of gold, with a snot, ugh. And that is compared to a fair woman that doesn't know how to keep secrets, that it's not discreet. That doesn't know how to keep when somebody confides in you something and you go around sharing it with somebody. And on top of that, I think, on top of that, when you give the name, because you can use somebody as an example but not give names, that's one thing. But when you specifically give the name of that person or those people, you're just a busybody. You are just a swine's nut. Swine's snot. Proverbs 11:9. It talks about the destructive word of the hypocrite with the protective power of knowledge for the righteous person. The hypocrite is destructive with their words. And the person that has the knowledge with discernment, they have the power to protect. Do you know anybody like that? I know. I do. I have met many beautiful people like that. I meet them everywhere. And it's so nice. For I have many teachers. They're not perfect, but it makes them so beautiful. And some of them don't even know it because they give it their hardest. They do their best. They're so busy at it that they don't even realize it, how beautiful they are. And there are some that they think that you're believing their words, but they can't see themselves in the mirror. They're the only ones believing their lies, their deceitful, their jealousy, their envy. They don't realize that the reflection out there, it's the reflection of themselves. That's why it's so beautiful to be able to practice with knowledge, discernment, and no matter what, hold your words. Keep your peace. Practice your peace. Practice love and forgiveness. In Proverbs 11:9, it very well says, if you choose to be a hypocrite, you're destroying with your words. The double-edged sword. If you choose to be a righteous person, you will protect. You have the power to protect anything and anybody with that knowledge that you hold. Take away hypocrisy and slander and destruction, and you can adopt the wisdom that protects, that builds, that encourages people to be better, that encourages people to leave the chains behind, to learn and grow, and they would want to come by you more and more. And you can walk away with a smile on your soul because you know that you have nurtured your soul and your heart and your mind and your body by doing the right thing. Maybe it takes a little bit more of effort in doing something different all the time, doing it the righteous way. But I confess to you, it is so worth it. You know the story where the sheep man, one of the sheep gets lost and he leaves all the others behind and he goes after the one that got away. Because he trusts that the ones that he's leaving behind, they will be there. But he has to go and put the effort into finding the one that got away so he can bring it back home, back to the path, back to the trail, where he knows that she will be safe and not be eaten by the wolves or the foxes. I just thought I'd share that story, because I love to see everything around and know that you are part of that whole beautiful creation, and you are just one tiny little grain, one little dot, existing for something good, for something beautiful, that you can be light. In Proverbs 11:13, it speaks again of the gossip and revealing the secrets. Trustworthy person who conceals the matter, who keeps the secret. And what do you think the greedy one's gonna do? The greedy one, to gain some kind of something, will use destruction. But at the end, they're going to end up destroying themselves. In Proverbs 1:19, it says this, that the path of those who are greedy for unjust gain lead to their own destruction, as the greedy ultimately takes away the life of its possessions. Because they go, and it's warning you, when you go in pursuit of ill-gotten wealth, will result in negative consequences for the person that seeks For the person that seeks it regardless of whether the gain is large or small. Because they will enforce to sin. They are enticed to be and do the act of sin. They will propose schemes involving violence for the ill-gotten gains, to get ill in an ill way and gain something, whatever that might be, small or big. In that process of seeking through the unjust means, you're destroyed. You just are destroyed by your own actions. And the ones that lie and wait for others, they're setting a trap for themselves. There's a dozen videos in there that's revealing you a big truth. I'm not sure if you have taken the time to look at it. There is a inheritance that you have not claimed yet. Read it. Look at it. The freedom that you have been waiting for, that you've been seeking, that you've been working so hard for, it's right there waiting for you. That's the gift. There's 2,600 videos that I have made in the attempt of showing you the way of some lies, of some deceitful people, that with the hands, the fingers on one hand, you can count the president of a government that has done the governing in the right way. That's why everything is collapsing. And I will leave it up to here, because there's a lot of information there. I love your soul, I love your existence, but it is up to you to be able to open your eyes, forgive yourself, love yourself with compassion, with empathy. And only until then you'll be able to forgive others. And I might make another video. Bye.